Now, I know that from reading your bio, you also acquired APC Scientific Consultants, which I thought that was interesting. What inspired that move? And I mean, how do you balance? Okay, because you don't have just one, but now you have two organizations. How do you do this? How do you lead both of these organizations? Um, and like, what prompted you to do that? Like share a little bit more about these companies.
So it is a funny story. I always say, "Oh, I just bought my competition." So we were our prime contractor. They had me and they have them, and they were ready to retire. And the opportunity came, and I extended an offer. They accepted, so I ended up with two companies, and it was literally we signed the contract, I think March 9th, and they sent us home like March 19th in 2020. So I was like, oh wow, we almost didn't make it.
Wow, that is so interesting.
Yes. So
Right before the pandemic, because the
yeah,
closures did start that week. You're right.
absolutely. But
Ah,
these kind of helped me, right? Because they had a different way of running the business. They were more about a consultants. They had like the 1099s. Proxit had more of W-2 employees.
right.
So what I did is I kind of transitioned APC to be run the same as Proxit, because once you have parallel companies,
Yes.
yes, you're running two, but it still feels like you're just running one, because they have similar. Uh,
Systems.
no, they provide similar services. My apologies. Yeah.
Right, right. But I'm assuming that also in terms of running the back end, they may have similar systems, meaning,
Yes.
the way you would do payroll, the way, so there are a lot of things that you would leverage once you have a system in place, if you're able to replicate it almost into the next company. So I can see how you were like, nope, this is a no-brainer, let's do this. So I think that was strategic now that I understand what happened there, because I was like, what? That's a lot of work.
A lot of people ask me, how come you didn't merge the companies? And my answer is APC had a contract with the government already. And if I merge them, I wanted a proxy to be the parent company. And when you do that, it can be a little bit controversial when it comes to the government. It takes a while and they can stop payment because of the naming, changing, acquisition. There's a lot of documentation that you need to create. And I was like, I don't think I want to go through this. Things are running very smooth separately. And I already merged APC into the same processes as praxis, so it doesn't feel as bad.
Yeah.
So it was just having like a company split it in two, but it's the same thing.
Yes, no, but that's very strategic. That's why I'm like, yeah, this is very strategic. The more I look and understand into the process of how you landed at that, and I think it's really smart because you can build so many things out from that standpoint of having two separate companies, including eventually having someone else run certain aspects of it, and do other kinds of things, which we could talk about at another time. But I can see it strategically from an entrepreneurial standpoint, how it benefits you to keep them the way you have.